What's going on, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and welcome to another review of the Black Clover series. We're going to be covering episode 167 in today's review. And I gotta say, this is arguably my favorite episode of Black Clover. This episode was a ton of fun. And what's with the 10 out of 10 episodes this week? We got a 10 out of 10 Boruto episode just a couple days ago, and now we got a 10 out of 10 Black Clover episode. So, my goodness, Studio Pierrot definitely knocking it out this week, that's for sure. But anyways, before I get onto the review, if you like this type of content, you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Anyways, let's get on to the review. The episode begins in the Heart Kingdom, with Vonica having finished everybody off and is about ready to kill Noelle. But at the last minute, she decides not to do that. Instead, she decides to steal the Heart Queen. She does this because she recognizes Noelle's mother, Acer Silva, as she faced off against her a long time ago, placed a curse on her, and she ultimately died as a result. She recalls that Acer actually got stronger when she took a child hostage, so she decides to do the same thing by stealing the Heart Queen to motivate Noelle to get stronger, so that she can have more fun with her widow, Noelle. I don't know, I like it when Vonica says that to everybody. It's her widow Acer, her widow Heart Queen, and widow Noelle. So as Vonica is taking off with the Heart Queen, the Dark Disciple that was with her facing off against Mimosa is like, "Hey, Vonica, I'm almost done with this girl. Can we just stay a little bit longer and I'll finish her off?" And then Vonica's over here like, "Yeah, gross. Don't talk to me. You know what? I'm just going to blow you guys up." So she does a curse magic spell on all of them and basically causes them to self-destruct. So all the Dark Disciples pretty much explode. So everyone that was facing off against them, being Mimosa, Charmy, Luck, Leo, Gaja, everybody that was around them, yeah, they got caught up in this blast and were seemingly taken out. So we move on to Yami and Asta versus Dante. And yeah, this battle is awesome. So as Yami and Asta are facing off against Dante, Asta realizes that he's actually holding Yami back and not actually contributing as much. So he ends up talking to his devil and seemingly his subconscious, kind of like how Naruto and Kurama would talk. We got the same thing going on here with Asta and his devil. So he's talking with his devil, and he essentially makes a deal with his devil because he's pleading with the devil to be like, "Hey, I need some more power, give it to me." I was like, "Well, you're making a deal with the devil, so I'm going to take a body part of yours," in which he takes Asta's arm. And he's like, "Are you sure about that?" And Asta's like, "If I can't do this, I can't surpass my limits, I can never be Wizard King. So yes, take my arm." So yes, Asta loses his arm and instead gets an arm that's basically imbued with power. Devil power. Now, according to Asta's devil, he only has 50 seconds in order to take out Dante. If he can get one clean hit on Dante, he can win. So Asta and Yami are facing off against Dante, and Dante is not exactly an easy opponent to get a clean hit on at this point, because he's monstrously powerful. He's giving everything and throwing it at Asta and Yami. And they're doing a pretty good job, but Asta's swords get knocked out of place, and he tries to call them, and seemingly Dante seems to have Asta. But at the last second, Yami hands Asta's sword over to him. He imbues it with anti-magic and swings it, taking out Dante, and thus saving the day, seemingly. Now with Dante seemingly defeated, everybody is celebrating. We have Ghost waking up, and we have a nice Ghost X Gray scene. So for the shippers out there, you're going to go wild when you see this. It was a pretty nice scene. Vanessa is over here like, "Oh, what's going on between these two?" But anyways, Yami walks over to Dante. He's about ready to finish him off because, yeah, he's dying, but they need to basically restrain him. So he goes to take his grimoire, and that's when Zenon just shows up out of nowhere and just stabs Yami, impales him several times with his bone magic. And yeah, everybody is completely shocked when they see this. They also happen to notice that William Vengeance is also restrained as well. So they realize that, oh crap, we're in absolute danger now. If Zenon gets away with these two, it's the end of the world. So Ghosh, Henry, Vanessa, everybody is trying their all to try and stop Yami and Vengeance from being captured and taken away. Asta even begs for his devil for help. Unfortunately, there's nothing left to give him because he can't handle it at the moment. And that's when his devil tells him, the reason why you can't handle it is because you're too weak. And unfortunately, Yami is captured. And yes, that's pretty much where the episode comes to an end, on a pretty bleak note. So what can I say about this episode? I know in every single review I basically complimented the animation, complimented the direction of the series, complimented everything about this arc so far. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to repeat myself here. So, I got to hand it to this episode and to Studio Pierrot. This episode was an absolute banger. This episode was awesome. The animation is at its best in this episode. I know I've said that the animation in this arc has been amazing, but this is the best animated episode of the arc by far. And possibly the best animated episode of Black Clover in general. I think this is the best one since, I think, episode 64. They even referenced that in this episode. So, it was a real joy to watch this battle. It was amazingly animated. The choreography was great as well. And I loved it. And I have to say, I gotta give my kudos to the anime here, because I'm not gonna lie, when I got to this point in the manga where Asta and Yami defeated Dante, I actually wasn't really that satisfied with it. I actually thought it was really quick in the manga. However, the anime expanded it a bit and actually made it a lot more better, and is a lot more satisfying, I should say, than the manga. So I gotta give my kudos to the anime there. This was definitely the better version of this fight, for sure. Now, another thing I really liked in this episode was the countdown to Asta and how much he could use his devil power and how much time he had. He had 50 seconds. So as the episode is going on, or the fight is going on, time is ticking away, and I like how they do it. They would stop and be like, okay, there's this many seconds left. When I got close to the end, it was like, okay, it's 8 seconds left, 3 seconds left, 1 second left, and at the last second, boom, takes out Dante. So I thought that was a really nice touch that this episode did when it came to this factor in the episode, or in the battle in general. Alrighty guys, I'm going to wrap up the review here. So a 10 out of 10 episode, no doubt about it. This, along with Boruto, gave us 10 out of 10 episodes this week, and I couldn't be any happier. Just a little bit of a shame that the series is ending in just a couple weeks. But guys, in the comment section down below, I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this episode, its animation, its choreography, how everything was portrayed compared to the manga? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I will see you all later.